You are traveling to another dimension, a dimension where movie news and reviews exist in the same show. You've just crossed over into a new episode of Worth Watching Wednesdays. Alright, hello and welcome to this episode of Worth Watching Wednesdays. Today our little bit of movie news is actually a bit of TV news regarding the show Breaking Bad. So it has been about a month since the show Breaking Bad wrapped up once and for all, and people are wondering what to watch now that Breaking Bad is over. Well, if you are one of those people, you are in luck because AMC is developing a new show called Better Call Saul, of course, about Saul Goodman, the lawyer character in Breaking Bad. Now, this is not new news. This announcement came out a while ago that they were developing Better Call Saul as a prequel to the events that happened in Breaking Bad. But there's a little bit of new news regarding that, and that is that it may also be a sequel as well as a prequel because of where Saul kind of left off at the end of the series, and people were curious to see where his character was going to go, and it would also give him some backstory as well, which makes me think that the show is going to kind of be like a TV equivalent of like Godfather Part 2, where you have events that take place after the first movie and also before, cut together in the same movie. That is, of course, if they do decide to go through with the whole being a sequel and a prequel thing. Now, there's actually been a fairly large amount of negative feedback to the idea of it being a sequel as well as a prequel, because people are like, no, the show ended, leave it alone, don't touch it. I mean, anything that happens before there is fair game, because then the events of the show happen afterwards, but don't screw with the ending that you already made because it was perfect. Which I can really understand, because the finale of Breaking Bad made so many people so happy and so satisfied with the resolution of the show that tampering with it in a way might not be the best idea. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this little bit of news down in the comments below. Alright, so the movie I'm going to be reviewing / recommending this week is Once Upon a Time in the West, directed by Sergio Leone. So this movie is a western that came out in 1968, and it is the classic example of a spaghetti western. The movie revolves around this mysterious stranger who's only known as Harmonica, because he always has a harmonica with him, who's trying to protect this beautiful lady, so he teams up with this outlaw to try to do so to protect her from this assassin that's coming after her. The movie stars Charles Bronson and Henry Fonda. Charles Bronson plays the mysterious stranger and Henry Fonda plays the criminal. And they both work really, really well in the movie. Charles Bronson just has some of these great, he's a very silent character. He's got these really great looks that he'll just give in the movie of just such intensity. And Henry Fonda just plays a complete dirtbag and does a really good job of doing that. One of the things I love about the movie is the really innovative ways that they use the camera and the music in the making of the movie, and the fact that it feels a lot more like a modern film for a lot of it, in the way that they've synchronized the music with certain things that are happening, gotten some really difficult dynamic shots and things throughout the movies that you usually don't see in movies from the 60s, which really helps to just suck you in and make the movie not feel dated even though it came out 45 years ago. I mean, there's a flashback sequence towards the end of the movie with Harmonica's character, and it's shot so well. It's such an emotional sequence, and the music is just swelling along with it, and it's just really cleverly done, really well done. Gets you to feel for the character instantly and makes you just hate Henry Fonda's character even more. I do have one little gripe with this movie, though, and that is that it is extremely slowly paced. The movie's a really long movie, and it feels really long. I mean, the first, 10-15 minutes of the movie, including the opening credits, there's no dialogue and almost no music. It's just these long static shots of this railway station, these guys showing up and things like that, and the windmill spinning and water dripping into a bucket. It helps build tension in the scene, but it kind of continues through the whole movie, and the movie just feels really, really, really long. But overall, if you want a classic example of a great western with fantastic acting and really great cinematography and music by Ennio Morricone, this spaghetti western is a fantastic choice. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. Alright, that's it for this episode of Worth Watching Wednesdays. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, comment down below on what you'd like to hear me review / recommend next week, and I will see you next week. Bye.